Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we discussed the theory of the cash and bank column cash book. So now let's see how to prepare the cash book with bank column with the help of an example. So here one illustration 3 is given. So let's discuss that example. Question says, from the following transactions prepare cash and bank columnar cash book in the books of Gayatri Bros. So these are the transactions taken place in the year of 2015 and in the month of April. So first of all, prepare the cash book of Sri Gayatri Bros for April 2015. So for this example, you have to there would be two columns, cash and bank column. So this is the format given. So first column would be the date, then again second column would be the receipt, particulars receipt, then third column would be the receipt number, then LF number, then cash amount column, then bank amount column. Now again start with the date, credit side. Date, particulars includes payments, then voucher number, LF number, cash amount and the bank amount. At the top of the table, you have to write the debit side, DR, and the credit side. And you all know that if cash is coming in the business, then it would be recorded on the debit side, and if cash is going out of the business, then it would be recorded on the credit side, payment side. And if bank balance is increasing, then you have to record it on the debit side, and if it is decreasing, then you have to record it on the credit side. Got it? Your bank is a type of personal account. So debit the receiver and credit the giver. That is the rule for personal account, and bank is a type of personal account. Therefore you have to follow the rules of personal account for recording the bank amount in the cash book. So now let's start with the transaction. So first transaction is April 1st, opening cash balance of rupees 6,000 and opening bank balance of rupees 5,000. So you all know that opening cash balance is always recorded on the debit side. So first of all you have to write the date 2015, then April 1st. To balance brought down. To balance, opening balance of opening cash balance will be written as follow. To balance brought down, amount would be the 6,000, and bank balance is also given. So opening bank balance is also recorded on the debit side. So you don't have to pass the another entry. You have to write it on the same to balance brought down in the bank amount, that would be 5,000. Because opening cash balance was 6,000, that's why 6,000 will be written in the cash amount column, and opening bank balance is rupees 5,000, that would be recorded on the bank amount column on the debit side of the cash book to balance brought down. Okay. Now next transaction is April 3rd. Goods of rupees 10,000 sold to Pankaj for cash at 10% trade discount. So here goods are sold. So cash is coming in the business, therefore it would be recorded on the debit side, means on the receipt side. So write the date 3rd April to sales account. Amount would be, 10% trade discount is also provided. So calculate 10% trade discount on 10,000. 10,000 into 10 divided by 100, you will get 1,000. So if you minus 1,000 out of 10,000, you will get 9,000. That amount will be written in the cash amount column, because cash is paid, therefore it would be recorded on the cash amount column. To sales account 9,000. Then next transaction is 5th of April. Goods of rupees 3,000 was purchased for cash from Janki. So here goods is purchased, therefore cash is going out of the business, therefore it would be recorded on the credit side, or we can say on the payment side. So write down the year first of all 2015, then April 5th, because it has been taken on April 5th. Then by purchase account, you all know that on the debit side you also you always have to write the 2, and for the credit side transactions by will be written. First of all, by purchase account, by bank account. So by purchase account 3000, because cash is paid, therefore 3000 will be written in the cash amount column. Then next is 7th of April. Cash of rupees 1500 is deposited in bank. Now bank transactions comes. So here cash of rupees 1500 is deposited in the bank. So first of all, you have to analyze that for these transactions bank account is affected and it is deposited in the bank. Therefore bank balance is increasing. So it would be recorded on the debit side of the cash book. Okay, this is clear. But see that cash is deposited, so there are 2 contra transactions are taking place here. We discussed about the contra transactions, 2 transactions taking place at the same time. So for this transaction also 2 transactions are made. Cash, first of all, cash is withdrawn from the business, therefore from the business cash is decreasing, cash balance is decreasing. This is the one effect. And that cash which was withdrawn, now it is deposited in the bank. So again bank balance is increasing, therefore 2 contra transactions have taken place. So how to record this transaction in cash book? Now let's see that. So first of all, now let's discuss how to pass for the cash. Okay, so write the 7th. You all know that cash is withdrawn from the business, therefore cash balance is what? Decreasing, correct? Therefore you have to write here it is a contra transactions, therefore if cash bank balance is increasing, correct? But how it is increasing? Through cash, because cash is deposited in the bank, that's why bank balance is increasing. Therefore first of all it would be recorded on the debit side, or we can say on the receipt side. So write the date first, 7th, to cash account. And you all know that for every contra transactions, for these contra transactions has taken place. So earlier we have discussed that for contra transactions you have to write the C in front of the transaction in the cash book in the LF number column. You have to write the C. That's so that you can everyone business have understanding that for this transaction contra transactions have taken place, therefore you have to write the C in the LF number column. So to cash account, then C you have to write it on the LF number column, then put dash in the cash amount and 1500. By 1500 bank balance is increasing, therefore you have to write the 1500 in bank amount. Now along with that business cash amount is also decreasing, therefore cash is coming out of business, going out of business, correct? Therefore it is called payment, so it will be recorded on the credit side. So write the date 7th by bank account. Why the cash is decreasing? Because that cash is going to be deposited in the bank, so due to bank, that's why cash balance is decreasing. So write the 7th by bank account. Then obviously you have to write the C that we discussed, C in the LF number column. Then by 1500 cash amount column from the business is decreasing. So this is a type of a contra transactions. At the same time both the balance are decreasing. From the business cash balance is decreasing because cash is going out of business, and that cash which was withdrawn, now it is deposited in the bank, therefore bank balance is increasing. So that increased balance would be recorded on the debit side, and that decreased balance of cash from the business would be recorded on the credit side. So this is a contra transactions, and don't forget to write the C for the contra transactions in the LF number column. Got it? Okay. Next transaction is stationery expenses of rupees 1000 and salary of rupees 3000 was paid by check. So payment was done through check. So bank balance is decreasing here. Bank column is affected. Bank balance is decreasing. So if bank balance is decreasing, then it would be recorded on the credit side, or we can say on the payment side. So write the date 9th by stationery account. First of all, make the stationery expense account. That would be the 1000, and for the salary 9th date. Then by salary account you have to also write the 3000. So 2 entries will be passed for the stationery expense account and for the salary account. Both will be recorded on the credit side because bank balance is decreasing. The next transaction is rupees 1100 was paid towards the shop rent. So rent was paid, shop rent. Therefore cash is going out of the business. Therefore it would be recorded on the credit side, or we can say on the payment side. So write the date 11th April by shop rent account 1100. Cash, because for this rent cash has been paid, therefore cash balance is decreasing. Therefore you have to write that amount in the cash amount column 1100. Then next transaction is check of rupees 3000 was received from Yesha, which is immediately deposited in the bank. So 3000 check was received from Yesha, and it was immediately deposited in the bank. Therefore bank balance is, so for this bank balance is increasing. Therefore it would be recorded on the debit side of the cash book, or we can say on the receipt side. So write the date. That would be 14. Yes, check of rupees 3000 was received from Yesha, which is immediately deposited in the bank. It was taken place on 14th April. So write the date 14th April to Yesha. Bank balance is increasing because check was received from Yesha. Therefore to Yesha's account, write the amount in the bank amount column, not in the cash, because it was deposited in the bank. So write in the bank amount column. That would be 3000. Got it? Okay. Then the next transaction is rupees 1000 was withdrawn from the bank to pay fire insurance premium. 17th, 1000 was withdrawn from the bank to pay fire insurance premium. So here again contra transaction has been taken place. Here 1000 was withdrawn from the bank. So on the one hand bank balance is decreasing, and it was withdrawn to pay the fire insurance premium. So fire insurance premium is paid for the business shop, any shop. So correct, it is used for the business shop. That's why it is considered as contra transaction, because cash was withdrawn from the bank for the payment of the business shop fire insurance. Therefore contra transactions have taken place. So first of all, write the bank account. Because cash was withdrawn from the bank, obviously it would be now deposit used for the cash. So cash is considered to be coming in the business. Therefore cash amount is increasing, so that would be recorded on the debit side. So to bank account 1000. Again you have to write the C because it is a kind of contra transactions. And again on the debit side, credit side, 17 by cash account. So 1000 is also decreasing from the bank. Therefore you have to write that amount in the bank column. Because bank balance is decreasing, therefore it will be recorded on the payment side. So this amount will be recorded on the bank amount column 1000, and here also write the C due to the contra transactions taken place. Got it? Okay. Now the next transaction is 21 April. Furniture of rupees 800 was purchased for household and check for the necessary amount is issued from the bank account for bank account of the business. So here bank account, or we can say the bank balance is decreasing because like cash was withdrawn for the personal use, for the household work. Okay, so it is considered as drawings. Cash withdrawn from bank as well as from the business for personal use, it is considered as drawings. So 20 and again bank balance is decreasing, therefore it will be recorded on the payment side, or we can say on the credit side. So 21st April, by drawings account 800 amount would be recorded on the bank account column. Then the next is 23 April, fire insurance premium was paid. Fire insurance premium was paid. So premium, you all know that 1000 earlier, and premium insurance premium amount is always same, therefore you have to consider that 1000 has been paid. So it cash balance is decreasing, cash is going out of business, therefore 23 April, by fire insurance premium account 1000. Got it? And the last transaction is 27th April, placed an order with Akshar Bhai for supply of goods of rupees 5000. So for this, no entry will be passed in the cash book because only the order has been placed. Okay, so no entry will be passed for these transactions in the cash book. So with this, now we are done with the cash columnar cash and bank column cash book. So at the end of the sum, you always have to total it. You are like I have told you, first of all you have to, for the cash amount column, first of all you have to total both the debit side cash amount column and the credit side cash amount column. Now see, out of two, debit total and the credit total, which amount is higher? Whichever amount is higher, then you have to write it here, like here. Put the draw the line, then below after writing the amount you have to double line. So whichever amount is higher, that amount will be written on both the side. Now then whichever, now out of the higher amount, whichever credit side amount was lower, correct? So you have to minus that amount out of 60,000, whatever amount you will get 9,400. That amount will be written as by balance carried forward. You have to balance the both. That's why we are doing this 9,400. But in this sum also, bank column is also involved. For the cash and discount column, we were not totaling or we were not balancing the discount column. But for the cash and bank columnar cash book, we have to do the total of both the cash as well as the bank column. So again same, you have to do the same, total the bank amount column of the debit side and total the bank amount column of the credit side. Now let's see, whichever amount out of debit and credit is higher, that amount will be written here, 9,500 on both the side. Now you have to minus less the amount, whichever amount was lesser, that amount will be deducted from the 9,500. So when you minus that amount, you will get 3,700. That will be amount will be recorded on the bank amount column. Same way, by balance carried forward on 30th April, at the end of the month, at last date of the month, you have to write the 30th April. Got it? Now for the next month, it would be considered as balance brought down. Therefore, you have to write the May 1st. After April, May comes. So May 1st to balance brought down. Same amount you have to write 9,400 for the cash amount column and 3,700 for the bank amount column. Got it? And still if you have any confusions, then here the explanation is also given in the form of note. You can read this, you guys can read this and understand. And still if you have any doubts, you can always contact me or comment below the video. So now we are going to stop here. If you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.